Happy Saturday to all of my Periscope friends. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Nate Ridgeway in the house, and welcome aboard, Randall Connell. Gonna talk to you guys and see if you're bona fide grinders or not. I'm doing a little driving today. Don't worry about it. I've got a holder. I'm not doing anything illegal here. LeBron, what's up, buddy? Freddie LeBron in the house. Guys, listen, man, you know what? I was thinking about this morning. I was thinking about, a few of my buddies that I know that are serious grinders. I got some buddies that are like serious grinders. I'm talking 20 hours a day, multiple time zones. I do the multiple time zone thing. I've had team all the way from, literally from like Atlanta to Europe to Hawaii to Hong Kong now. It's crazy. It's all over the world, and I'm earning money in multiple time zones. Here's the thing, and here's what I want you guys, especially, those of you guys. What's up, Mary from the UK? I am awesome. How are you, my dear? And welcome aboard, Davis Lakeman. I appreciate that, guys. I always appreciate the hearts and the love, hearted up. Give me that heart volcano action. Talking about, are you really in the Grinders Club or not? Let me take you back just a few years ago. A few years ago, I was the guy. Check this out. This is hilarious. And if you don't know me, you should Google me, Nate Ridgeway, and see if you can find like some old dorky pictures of me, man, because there are like some really, really bad dorky pictures of me back in the day. I was about 240 pounds and wore the ugly sweater vest and the pleated pants with the little dockers, Hey, listen, if that's your deal, you should rock it, man. If that's the real you, that'll make you cool, and that's awesome. But that was not the real me. And but it's hilarious how I looked. And I remember I used to do this. Check this out and see if you can identify. See if any of you have ever done this. I used to like go and put on my best suit, which was kind of a cheap suit, but I'd put on my best suit and I'd put on my tie, and I thought that I looked real good, and I thought that I was cool, and I would take off and I would go like to the local coffee shop, and I would sit there with my laptop, and I would put out the vibe, man, put out the success vibe, thinking that people were going to walk by and be like, man, that guy's successful, I wonder if he does like a successful business that I could be a part of. And that's hilarious to think about now, right? And I thought that I was a grinder, man. There are other seasons of my life, another time in my life when I was working, listen to this, 4 jobs at the same time. 4 jobs pulling down only $2,200 American dollars at a time. So I was working myself to death, making hardly any money. And because I was working hard, I considered myself to be in the grind. Like I thought I was grinding. I was not grinding it out like the definition of a grinder, mind you. I was just in the grind that they proverbially control. Those people that run our lives and tell us what to do and tell us what time we have to get up and what time we're allowed to take our lunch break and what time we're allowed to pee and what time we're allowed to snack and what time we're allowed to go home. Yes, the they, King say. And I was in their grind, the grind of the established system. And, I tried different ways to act like I was, I'm pretty anti-establishment myself. I was trying to figure a way to make life work for me on my terms. I didn't yet know what it meant to be a grinder, but my wife and I got really frustrated, man. She was an elementary school principal. I was working 4 jobs, making $2,200 a month, and we literally sat down. I had never heard the statement before about, not living life by default, but living life by design. I'd never heard that statement to my knowledge. And I sat down with her one night and I said, I am sick of living by default. I am sick of things just happening to me and life just kind of happened, coming at us. And she's like, well, what are we going to do? I said, well, let's design a life. Let's design a life. Let's sit down and figure out what it is that we want life to look like. So we did. We actually got out a sheet of paper and we started to decide. And you're going to love this. Is it King Say or King Sav? It's hard for me to see when I'm drawing. You're going to love this, being anti-establishment. But we literally sat down, and this is what I told my wife. King Sav, awesome. This is what I told her. I said, I do not want, short for savage, I love it. I said, I don't want any institution of this world that, within reason, right, that's possible to control me. It's very hard to escape the IRS and taxes, but I didn't want to live based on a job. I didn't want an education or academic institution controlling our life pace and our life flow with our kids. I didn't want, being a part of things and organizations that would control our time and dictate where we were going in life. And so we said, well, what would have to happen for us to get there? And I said, well, you would have to quit your job. I would have to find a way to work myself out of my jobs. You tuned in at the perfect time. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. And I said, and we're going to have to decide to homeschool the kids so that we don't have the educational cycle controlling our time either. And you know what, guys? We literally, yes, working for the check. Aloha Vera Love 74. Absolutely. We were working for the check. And so I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a home-based business. Doesn't matter which one, so don't ask me which one. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to, if you're in a home-based business, I want you to focus on yours, not join mine, because you can go rock it wherever it is that you are. By the way, guys, I'm an advocate for you. I'm an advocate for you getting out of their grind and into your grind. I'm an advocate for you to do what I did. I used to be 240 pounds. I'm down to 154 pounds now. I ran my first 50-mile race last month. I used to be totally depressed, man, broke-minded, broken-hearted, marriage on the rocks. Now, guys, it's a whole different world. I own, a real estate empire. I've got, money in the stock market. We've made a lot of money, and we're blessed. I say that with gratitude, with humble gratitude. And you know what we do with our money? We either really invest it in things that are going to continue to throw off cash, or we give a lot of it away to help other people. And I hope that you guys will adopt those paradigms as well. So I'm not here to recruit you in my business. I'm not here to even to try to walk my path. I want you to walk your path and to find your zone, and for you to get excited about living and to get into your grind and out of their grind. But here's what we did. We got our kids out of school. My wife retired as an elementary school principal. I started a home-based business. I got in the grind towards my focused intent and purpose, and I went to work literally sometimes 20, 21 hours a day, sleeping little bits. I figured, hey, I'm working 4 part-time jobs, only sleeping 4 hours a night for the man. Why am I not willing to do that for myself? And I got in the Nate grind, and I got out of the they grind. I got out of their grind, man. I just got into my grind. And you know what? Every time I went to the bathroom, every time I had a break, I went into a janitor's closet. Every time I stopped at a red light, I was on the phone. And it was illegal, and I didn't have Bluetooth and earpiece and all that stuff, but I was on the phone grinding, talking to people about what it was that I was doing in a home-based business opportunity, and I used that to get capital so that I could get out of debt, and then I could begin to roll the cash into other cash flow vehicles. But what is the grind? The grind is not that drudgery where you're working for the man or the establishment. Like, I'm in their, the grind. I want you to become a grinder for yourself, bona fide, with an intent, focused purpose, knowing exactly where it is that you're going. And I hope that you guys will be inspired by this message today to know that I was a guy that was making $2,200 a month. And when I was a little kid at elementary school, I literally was raised in the hood. And now my wife and I live in the #1 most sought after place in all of Atlanta. It's been, I think, since the year 2000, it's been the #1 most sought after place in Atlanta to live. We've been truly blessed. We've made a lot of money. We've been able to invest that money into other things that prop us up. And now we are dedicating our lives to raising up other people. I took about 1.5 years off, and I'm back on the radar again, and I'm ready to inspire. I'm launching my brand new brand called Nate Ridgeway Life Architect. Here's what I'd love for you to do. Go on Facebook, by the way, and look for my fan page and like that there, because I'm about to roll out a brand new coaching mastermind. I think it's going to really add value to some of you guys. Maybe or maybe not, but I've got a free webinar that's about to launch. Hop on that free webinar. You can find out about it if you like my fan page. And I'd love to get you in that free webinar so that you can see a little bit more about me, how I coach, what my style is. It won't cost you a dime, absolutely free. And then we can go from there and see if you want to get into one of my coaching mentorship programs. But guys, today my encouragement to you is get in your grind. Be a grind for you. If you're willing to go to work 8-9 hours a day and grind for them, that's going to lead you nowhere, then get your tail home in the evening. I don't care how tired you are or if your favorite NFL team is playing, and get to work on your plan B, man. Get in your grind. Spend 2, 3, 4 hours a night working for you and for your future. Don't spend Saturdays off doing absolutely nothing. Spend your Saturdays building your empire, building your plan B, creating the inertia and the momentum to get out of the situation that you're in and to get to where it is that you're choosing to go. I love you guys. Every one of you that get on here and watch my scopes, especially the names that I see hopping on, again and again and again and again. I pray for you guys, man. I pray for your lives. I pray for your businesses. I want to see you do well. I want to see you prosper even as your soul prospers. I believe in you. I believe that you can do anything that you want to do, and I would love to be a part of it. So go on Facebook and look for my fan page, or you can go to facebook.com/work with Nate. Would somebody type that in for me real quick if you don't mind? Facebook.com/work with Nate. It's just my fan page. I never try to do any recruiting for a home-based business, an MLM, anything like that. It's just wisdom, inspiration. And if you'd like to work with me in personal coaching, I'm about to launch a group coaching mastermind. It's going to add a tremendous amount of value to you and teach you some of the things that I learned on my journey that helped me to go towards a 7-figure earning. So that's what I have for you guys today. I want you to get out there in the grind, your grind, not their grind. I'm looking for some grinders. Step up, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in you.